guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, man. It's been a while since I put one of these up, and quite frankly, I missed it. But I've been up to my eyeballs in vacations and stuff on my other channel. Got a book coming out on the other channel. Anyway, yeah, you saw the thumbnail. Compression! It's all about compression. All about compression. Now, how you go about getting that compression is up for debate. I shouldn't say that, not in my world, it's not. But, anyway. Let me honk a little bit, and we'll talk about compression. Anyway, compression. Anyway, the reason that made me focus on this is the stuff that's been going on with my athletes the last several days. They have made incredible strides, no matter what sport they are, pitching, running, jumping, whatever. When they focus on their compression a little more, there is a spike, just like doing the SFEs. By the way, I sold lots of those, okay? If you don't have it, guys, it's $10. I'm telling you, it helps create this compression in your whole body, not just with your tongue. Okay? Now, compression. My man, Vacchiano, used to use the biggest mouthpiece he could get his paws on. 1 1/4, 1 1/2. I mean, just enormous, that were all bored out. Why? He had very, very thick lips, and it gave him a sense of ease of playing when he had the big mouthpiece. Okay, and there's something to be said for that. There's something to be said for that, especially if you were tight as he was in the corners. That's a different video. Okay, where did he get his compression? He got his compression with the trumpet. He did lots of big-time work. I mean, Mahler 5th, Mahler 7th on a D trumpet. The big mouthpiece on the D trumpet gave him a very, very centered, yet round tone, which he loved. Actually, a couple of you sent me the same video before I left. Copeland Ceylon, okay, with Leonard Bernstein. And sure enough, he's got this center thing. I mean, he sounded like Harry Glantz in the middle register. It's all on D trumpet. I mean, he did that a lot. And he could make that D trumpet dance. By the time I got to him, B flat, not so much. The D trumpet, it was great. E flat was also quite good. He hated pick. He only played pick if there was a gun to his head. Okay, but he knew about compression. If he was going to go so big on one end, he had to make it big, small on the other end. Okay, the trumpet itself. Jerry felt just the difference, just the opposite. Locking it in here with a small mouthpiece, like all the guys that he felt had great chops, and you could use any trumpet you want. Big Bertha B flat, that's what Mel called it, Big Bertha, all that type of thing. Mel, when he went above a high C on a C trumpet, he took anything. It could be in the orchestra, it could be in a solo, it could be in a big band thing, it could be anything. He would put a jet tone in. He knew how to lock that in and keep the compression. Okay? Unfortunately, the guys using the big mouthpieces now, with the tight corners, they have almost no compression. And they sound absolutely hideous on a B-flat trumpet. Okay? Now, as long as I've said this before, as long as they're playing the C trumpet, okay, which they do, most of today's guys do not go to the D trumpet like Vacchiano did. Okay? They're not playing as big a mouthpiece as he was. But anyway, they, you can hear it. They have no compression at all. None. Okay? Which is fine. And I will say, I've said many times, I give them their props. Lyrical in the middle register, as long as you're in the staff, and again, like Mel, not above a high C, and as long as it's not too loud, they sound great. It's very, very pretty. Lyrical spread, give it to them. Okay? Lynn Nicholson talks about compression. He talks all about, and this is his core. Okay? Now, who am I to say he's wrong? I think he's phenomenal. He is compressing at some point with his tongue. Maybe he knows he's doing it or not. I don't listen to every word Lynn Nicholson says, but he talks a lot about his core. To my way of thinking, the core on its own is not going to give you the compression. It works with the compression. Okay? Faddis gets the impression with his teeth. Lots of different ways to do it. Vizzuti talks about a garden hose and turning the garden hose and it goes farther and all this sort of stuff. You know, bringing the teeth together, the lips together. Again, I don't like to manipulate the lips. Adds to tension to me. And again, am I knocking Vizzuti? No. There's different ways to do it. Okay? We do it, as you know, with the tongue. I don't like to use the term tongue-controlled embouchure anymore. Nothing against the term. But when Jerry was using that term with his book and whatnot, he was doing a lot of different stuff. Okay? So if I say TCE or tongue-controlled embouchure, guys, not that I have anything against it, but that for a lot of guys that have been with Jerry and got the book and all this sort of stuff, it means a different thing. So I try to stay clear of that term. But the fact of the matter is, and I'm going to do this on the video tomorrow, the tongue is controlling everything, okay, including the valve for the compression. Okay? That is the whole thing with the tongue. Claude Gordon controls the compression with the back of the tongue arching in the back. Different ways to do it. For me, that doesn't work. Doesn't work as well as what Jerry did. Okay? Now, on top of this, since we are using the entire body as the instrument, these SFE for trumpet exercises give you compression in the body. That's what my athletes love. They start adding these when they're going to practice or something like that for track. It feels like you're on a pogo stick. You're jumping up and down because the legs are not getting nearly as much brunt of the force because you are compressing. Pitchers, it feels like your arm is just along for the ride. Everything else, I'm not having spit buzz, but the compression, and you know what I'm going to say because I've said it a zillion times. Bruce Lee, did anybody in the history of the world compress more than him? Probably not. And he talked about it ad nauseum. If you don't have control of the breath, he talked about blowing up hot water bottles. I mean, he was a freak about the breath. Other things too, flexibility. He lifted some weights, not a lot, and everything. But anyway, lots of different ways to do it. But I'm telling you guys, The tongue, and we will talk about that tomorrow and how it works with the compression and the chops. And relaxed chops at firm. We'll get to that tomorrow. And the compression used by proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation throughout the whole body that galvanizes your whole body, gives you tone, power, range, and endurance. You are not going to believe. Okay? As I said, lots of you have it, and I'm not trying to, buy a beach house on $10 a book. I'm not. If you don't have it, get it. If you have it and you're not using it, guys, you're out of your mind. Please, it adds tone, power, range, and endurance. And I told you before, I'm going to say it again. This is really the only thing that is going to give you a spike in tone, power, range, and endurance, even if you are not doing the True Power system. And I don't say that about anything. I don't say, the mouthpiece is all right, blah, blah, blah. You do your tight corners, whatever you want. If you add this to it, you're going to get a spike. So that's it. $10. Not up on my website yet. I was gone all last week. I couldn't get it up. It will be soon. If you want it now, PayPal me $10 and I will attach it to your email. Okay? Okay. Great to be back, guys. Anyway, eat and drink your fruits, vegetables, and starches and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.